Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, game 2 here of Evil Geniuses vs Liquid. Fog, what do you make of it this time around? We're getting the old Medusa coming in, something that we're starting to see more and more in this tournament. This time around, it doesn't necessarily have some sort of, kind of mana steroid, some sort of coddle besides it. But is it still a pretty spooky-looking Medusa game?
Definitely can be, but there's answers. They do have a couple heroes that we have theory crafted and seen as, let's see how this level 1 fight goes off. Looks like everyone's just going to walk away. Sentries on the high ground. D-Ward did come out from Liquid, so at least they got that. There's definitely some responses. So TB, as the panel was saying, has been looked at as a counter to Medusa back in the day. I wonder how the matchup actually ends up going so much now. I want to see what Pakaz is going to look to build toward. And Brewmaster is something that we see. It's always been this theory craft as well, too, versus these super hard carries, because you can just throw in the air. And now, honestly, it's probably just better, because you get this Void Bruling as well. So you can throw her in the air, shoot her out of the team fight, throw her in the air again, shoot her out of the team fight with that Void Bruling. So this is going to be an interesting one. Chris, he's playing... Honestly, I feel like this is more of a Chris Luck hero. He's playing as Queen of Pain. Okay. One of his master tiers, of course, the Monkey King. He did good in the lane, and then the whole game kind of fell apart.
I mean, the whole game, it did just crumble. Well, start of the game at Liquid, they'll get 3 bounties.
Yeah. And Liquid, I would say overall, for them, they have a cleaner way in a lot of these team fights just to initiate things. They have Vision from the Hawk. They have Clockwork Rockets as well to scout things out. And then they have a Storm that's going to be jumping in order to enable... Storm and Clockwork to enable the Global Silence. So if they're able to get these type of initiations, they can kill the Brewmaster. They can kill the Quap pretty early in these fights. So we'll see how EG looks to adapt around that. And who's going to get the early advantage?
Let's see, I mean, this top lane, something that EG could look to punish, or do you feel it's not too bad? It's sort of the strength of a Silence and Medusa safe lane?
They definitely can punish it. It's going to be depending on positioning from Insania. He did suffer a little bit on positioning in the last game, but in the grand scheme of things, it ended up not really mattering too much. And I see the way he's itemized this game. He's got 6 tangos and a salve, so he's ready to take a beating. He's ready to pump up Mikke to be able to secure this Dusa free farm. Mikke should probably get some free farm, though. Insania, though, probably will get picked off once or twice for Blood Grenade stuff.
And on this bottom lane, I imagine Pakaz, he's going to be feeling the heat a bit, right, against this Clock and Axe, Beastmaster's axes.
Yeah, tons of spam, but he's got stick, so we'll see if he's able to sustain things. Same thing with Panda, who also has a stick. But Boxy, yeah, he's definitely going to bring the hurt. And mid, looking at this one, it is a Queen of Pain counter pick versus Storm, but I've actually seen a couple of these Storms just trade very nicely. Like, they actually just push the lane in constantly, and they deal with the Shadow Strike pressure. So we'll see how Nisha is going to do and how Chris is able to try to apply that pressure onto Nisha.
Just I did manage to play his advantageous matchup last game very well.
Yeah, let's see if he can do it again. Even though they did lose, he did do very well in the laning phase. And right now, 10-1. Pretty even. Level 2 Shadow Strike online. This is when it's time for the Quap to really bully and put the pressure onto Storm.
As with sort of the last game, do you imagine Liquid supports we're going to get some early movements towards that mid?
Or I don't think so.
Less so because it's a Quap, right?
Yeah, not so much. I think they just want to spam out these lanes. And see Boxy immediately, not even caring for power cogs. This is just the spam lane. Battery Assault, Rockets, Axes. Those sticks super valuable, of course, for EG, but they are definitely going to have to bring a lot more regen early on, as they actually have 0 right now. Top Insania. Can he get away? He cannot.
Definitely this sort of lane where there's the likelihood to be the early casualty.
Yes.
Silencer in this laning stage. Definitely a bit of a vulnerability. Bottom lane.
Same for Panda.
So Liquid be able to step up and take him down. Car's getting some good damage back as well in return here with the Metamorphosis.
I feel like this is the patch where 5 positions are likely to die the most. The existence of just Blood Grenade now makes it very easy for you to secure these early type of kills, as Matthew looks like he's going to be able to get this Bounty Rune, and Boxy on the other side. There's like the exact same things happening on both sides right now. The 4 positions are bullying the 5s and securing bounties.
CS for both safe lane is very even right now. 15 for 3, 14 for 4 between Pakaz and Mikke.
Zai just having a little bit of a better start here, as we've seen from these Beastmasters. Axe, I don't know why Axes are 50 mana, let's be honest here.
How long will that last?
And not much longer, I don't think. Because well, we have like I think we've definitely seen like the big 4, right? These big offlaners, the Doom, the Beastmaster, the Underlord. These heroes are just absolutely absurd, laning phase, etc. Yeah, Nisha, he's now starting to feel the hurt. Matthew is going to make a move over as well to just push Nisha off the lane a bit here, as Chris is starting to pull ahead here with that level 2 Shadow Strike. But Whisper, he is actually struggling a bit up here, playing versus the Dusa, constantly eating the snakes. Mikke, he's free farming. Ring health is done for Whisper, so some sustain.
And how sort of heavy do you like to see the Quaps play for the lane? Like, you want to see another point in the dagger?
No.
You don't like it when they go beyond 2?
No, 2 is
Sometimes some do.
good. Sometimes some do. I like the... I mean, it's all up to the player, of course, but like the second point in Scream of Pain is also really good.
Yep.
Just having that, because then you can push the lane out constantly. But we'll see what Chris looks to go for here. He's not that far ahead. You know, Nisha, he's handling it. He's got the boots as well too, so he can handle the pressure.
No, I mean absolutely. I think Nisha's going to be super happy getting as much as he has so far out of this matchup as a Storm against a Quap.
It's very important to just like try to get the. He actually does put the third point in, so
he does. Okay, so playing for sort of domination in the lane.
He's got to make it pay off though. How's Pakaz doing? 19 wand chart. He upgrades the wand. Definitely valuable in this lane versus all the spam as the 5 position Insania.
Now, once again, we'll be taken out. We're getting these kills up top, but even with Insania dying, Mikke's not too fussed because he's getting the ability to free farm.
Yep.
He's top CS right now, so not really the end of the world for Liquid that Insania's dying here and there.
Nisha might tick out here. He needs bottle refill.
Yeah, he's all planned there by Insania. Means that he's able to get in and help Nisha out in this mid as Nisha falls low to the dagger spam of Chris.
Hey, Chris might push his limits here. Let's see.
What's he got to play with? He's got 9 1 charges.
Boxy. Rotation for Matthew. Full set up for a kill. Nice move. I think he's accepting the fact that they can't pressure the Deuce at top, so I like this. I like these rotations for Matthew right now. Setting up these other lanes for success. Potentially he can maybe even make a move toward mid. The wards are prepared though to protect Nisha. We see double wards emphasized onto the mid lane to scout these rotations that might come.
Nisha's going to fall really low again.
I mean,
they have to
Matthew's
bring another TP in mid.
Gets the ward down. They see the refill.
Yeah, they have to keep bailing Nisha out here. Sort of 2 rounds of the dagger, and it's pretty much his entire HP pool.
Nisha
Frostbite him with the burst of the Fade Bolt. They'll catch him.
Nice move.
Able to punish him here. Pre-level 6.
Boxy also.
Get Boxy as well. Daggers back up from Chris. They're going to be able to get the 2 of them. Frostbite setup. EG bringing in the numbers around the mid.
Good
and
moves.
able to sort of use this sort of early strength that Quap has to their benefit.
I really like the way they did that. They just, they accept the Whisper. He's like, okay, whatever, I got Vanguard. I may not be getting every single last hit, but our Pakaz, our TB, he's getting that free farm bottom. And yeah, we definitely have kill threat onto this Storm early. Nice moves again. The early game, just like last game, EG, they made really good moves in the first 10 to 12 minutes. This is very similar to that.
They got it up to sort of, I think, about kind of like 8 to 1.
Something like that.
So their early kills, and they were getting the favorable farm.
Yep.
It was a good opening. Yeah, well, we saw how quickly that got shut down.
Yeah.
In the subsequent moments of that game 1.
I think we'll see Whisper perhaps go down more aura routes this time rather than just... he is a Brewmaster, so it kind of just naturally builds into your build.
True.
Compared to a Magnus. So I think we'll probably see him go for more of those auras.
Now they'll go for Zai. Again, the support rotation here from EG setting up for an attempt, but the backup's here from Liquid. Boxy will be able to push back Pakaz.
He's under tower.
They'll keep Zai safe. Axis coming in. Won't be enough to take Pakaz down. Matthew's getting low. Cut this out, but the ball's on top of him. Chris, he's going to jump in, just blows up Zai here with the Sonic Wave. And Matthew will manage to get back under the tower and survive.
Good moves. Big rotations from EG in this early game. And they're going to smoke, okay.
Yeah, I think just to
Something else.
get Chris back to the mid lane as quickly as he can.
Yep. Maybe get a kill as well, too, while they're making the move. Boxy.
End up getting dispelled here. Boxy being around. Chris could look for him.
He's
They've got the vision down. Whilst he won't be able to use the benefit to smoke all the way back to mid, he'll more than happily set up and settle for another kill.
Just like last game, 7-1.
Hey, this is what they
Pretty
did.
much the exact same thing. Mikke is free farming though, just like last game.
That's the thing, right? After seeing how much that game 1 turned on its head, sort of up beyond the 10-12 minute mark, every reason to believe that this early game, whilst it looks as solid as it does for EG, the real difficulty is going to be turning into the mid game. As Zai, he killed him. Woke up sort of with the level 6 with the roar.
He just roared axed him.
Yeah, just roars and kills him.
Okay. That's a big kill.
Chris is going to be able to look for Boxy. Whichever the denies there. Insania comes in with a deny, and they lose Panda. And they lose Matthew. Nisha having just enough mana to play with to take out both supports.
And the rune top, Insania gets rid of it. Liquid, they strike back. And yeah, Mikke, top of the net worth. Zai, that's a big kill for Zai, honestly.
Sure.
Him getting a solo kill onto Pakaz. He's near level 7 now. And does he have actually stacks already? Oh, he doesn't. All right, I saw his boar set up around the Ancients for some time, but I guess he wasn't able to get the stacks off. Interesting. This time around, though, I would say that Whisper has a easier response to something like a Dusa. Because last game, after having such a 9-minute 30 blink dagger,
yeah,
Brewmaster naturally just pops ult and is able to just throw Dusa in the air. So we'll see how that all is going to go down in the mid game once we get there. But Arena Pain behind the storm slightly here. Nisha getting that double kill, pretty important for him.
This'll come in handy.
Backups in again here for Liquid Boxy. Ready to help out if anything goes down in the mid. Sonic Wave back up for Chris.
Who got the, apologies, who got the Wisdom runes? I actually wasn't able to see. It was Insania, and then I actually didn't see who got the other one. It was Whisper. Okay, Whisper was taking it. I was like, Whisper's very high level, so yeah, it makes sense.
Both teams eyeing up this mid lane. A little bit tougher for each side to make the play, with both mid laners having that mobility.
Pakaz holding a skill point bottom just in case of anything. He's now tanky enough to sustain through all the axe spam. He's got his Dragonlance treads and his Occult Bracelet, which is actually a really nice item on something like TB. I think this item is pretty damn good, even though everyone loves Faded Brooch. It gives innate magic resist now, which is really nice for something like TB versus all this magic. On top of course, giving that mana regen when you get hit. But 7-4. Close early game here. Liquid. Boxy, very under-leveled, though. He's level 3 on this Clockwork.
I want to try and find some kills.
They get Panda. Nisha's got the jump. They
get one.
Rotation's coming in from EG.
Nisha's mana, he's still got stick charges and an illusion rune, so
he's, all right.
He's got waves out of this one. They'll settle for the level 3 clock instead. He's got level 4. But
he's got
still
5 deaths.
Indeed, a very easy kill for EG. Support for support.
Boxy just tanking everything here. But that is a big rotation, and that's a Whisper rotation. He does get earn charges, which that at least feels good, but now he's out of the top lane, so they're going to have to send Matthew up here to occupy versus Mikke. But yeah, top net worth.
I'm interested to see what sort of build Mikke goes for. You think we'll get this Manta into Diffusal that a fair few carries are finding quite popular right now in the Dusa?
Perhaps. Perhaps indeed. I'm not a big fan of it personally, but I can understand why people are doing it just because the stats are good. You get like that extra agi, that extra int that comes from it when you just upgrade it. Top tower almost drops with that glyph from Mikke. I usually like just the build that we saw the other day, I think from a couple different people. It's just the Manta, Butterfly, crit, and then you just trade really effectively. Maybe you can throw a Scotty in there perhaps this game since you're versus double range core.
I mean, yeah, I mean Medusa are definitely one of those rare heroes where an early Butterfly does not feel bad.
No. Especially not when you're matched up versus something like a TB or something like that. You know, don't want to build MKB, etc. So.
Yeah, keeps you having that high chance of surviving through that portion of the game where
Whisper.
Terrorblade's likely going to be grouping up and trying to run you down.
Trying to get the setup. He is
they
pretty
can burst
tanky.
in before the split. They can't. Split's off.
Can he pull Zai back in?
And he's got Chris here as well. They should have the damage to blow Zai up. Drop a Sonic Wave, but the Roar's going to be there. Before the Sonic Wave can come out for Chris. There it is now, though. Roar comes to an end. The Sonic Wave comes out. They'll blow up Chris.
Can he pull him?
Sorry, blow up Zai, and they'll look towards Boxy. They've got the trap here. Chris jumps in, cleans up the clock as well. And now with the push, they can go for this tier 1 tower. Pakaz.
I mean, Insania is just like, nope, I'm out of here.
This Terrorblade just comes charging him beyond his tier 2, and he's not having any of that Insania.
That was pretty hilarious. I don't even think Pakaz was going for him. He just...
Bit of a jump scare there for the Silencer.
So there we see the effect of them not having the levels on these supports in particular, right? If Insania's 6, they maybe have Global and potentially can finish off Whisper. The fact that he is under-leveled now allows Whisper to get that split off, and really good micro. Some nice Void Bruling action there. The Astral Pull coming into play. Pull his eye out. And it gets bigger and bigger. Of course, goes from 300 to 500 to 700 distance. It's pretty nice. Oh, oops, he's all right. And Whisper, he's got Vessel done once he disassembles.
Yeah, why is he favoring the full Vessel build this game?
I mean, it's really good on Brewmaster, just overall.
Sure, just
Brew. But he's caught Whisper.
The way you want to play. He is indeed stuck in the cogs. And of course with no ult, very
big
little way
damage.
out, but the backup comes in. Whisper does die. But EG, they'll clean up 2, maybe even more. They'll look towards Zai. Panda laying down the ult. Mikke's in though. Panda's going to go down. Zai's going to be perfectly fine. And Chris blinks back up just in time. The Snake's going to follow, and Chris goes down. Mikke able to turn up and picks up a big kill, taking out the enemy mid.
My god, that burst damage on Nisha, though. He just exploded from all the nukes.
We'll see it again. in on the front, but indeed everything focused down onto Nisha. Gets caught by the clap, the scream, the blast from Panda as he dies, but indeed overall Liquid more than happy with the outcome of this fight.
Matthew, he's got Zip. Does he have enough to get away? He might just be able to get away. All right, good steal.
Yeah, they're not gonna spend time chasing him up the high ground right now. And Whisper's around as well. Whisper, 5 seconds, and he'll have split back up.
How's Pekaz doing? Pekaz still doing very well, but Mikke, he's doing a bit better, especially after getting those kills, and he's got stacks.
He does. That's
a big one.
Pekaz's side of things is he doesn't have any.
Nope.
Or at least if he did, they're already gone.
Insania, still level 5, but he's going to get blessed. The Wisdom Rune is there for him. So finally level 6, 14 minutes. So important about these Wisdom Runes. Boxy, he's going to go to look to claim the other one, but he's actually going to run into Pekaz. He'll get pushed away.
Yeah, doesn't want to mess with Pekaz this deep on the map.
Nope.
Mikke, Manta done, and he'll be going for the build that you like.
Yeah.
The Manta Butterfly.
I just prefer it so much more, especially versus TB. Global comes out, Matthew in trouble.
I mean, they're trying to go straight for Zai. See Insania turn towards Matthew. Hookshot in, it's a deep one. He's able to get straight in on top of Panda. Primal splits off from Whisper. Let's take out Zai. Zai will go down, but the numbers are here for Liquid. EG, they've got to run. The 2 supports unable to escape.
Whisper,
as this split comes to an end, he could be in trouble as well. In fact, they're on the verge of sort of killing him through the split. Forward, split will come to an end. He's got the backup of Chris, and Mikke's pushing forward with the Stone Gaze. The Sonic Wave
Nisha
comes out, bursts Insania down low. Nisha, he's out with the TP. Whisper and Chris having nothing to put a stop to that, but it has meant that Mikke's left on his own. Pekaz is in with the meta. They've got some hefty damage here. I mean, sure, there's the protection of the mana shield, but with the overwhelming damage here, really, with the meta, Mikke, he's going to run out of mana pretty shortly. Now that the mana's gone, not much HP to try and survive with. It's the daggers are there from Chris. Jump forward. He'll get lifted back into the 4 of them.
Pekaz in trouble.
Low, but the backup's coming in. In fact, Pekaz, he'll die. Mikke, he's still alive.
Oh my God,
they couldn't quite do it.
This
they
hero
went
is
all
so
in
dumb.
on him. They were bringing him low, but sort of what, between the 1 charges and such, just giving them an extra burst of mana, they couldn't finish him off, and that is one of the reasons why we're seeing a lot of this Medusa hero fogged. When you think you've killed them, you haven't.
Oh, and the snake restored what, like 700 mana?
Yeah, he got we have pretty much what with the wand into the snake.
I gotta
we'll see it again. I mean, you can't blame him for going.
The Lotus. I mean, he had what, a great hero. I think
that
maybe
was the Lotus.
Did Insania pass it off to him or
and
something?
that was the wand. And then in this last moment, they just didn't have anything else to go with as Liquid. They're in with the backup, and that's got to be frustrating for EG there. They can't kill him.
I think I didn't get to see when Insania bought back. Did he have the great hero, the Lotus?
Oh, was he the one who gave it to him?
I think he's the one who gave it to him, right? I didn't get to see. I didn't click him before.
He did have an empty slot, Mikke, so it may have been his. But
okay, maybe Mikke was carrying. But if Insania bought back and handed that to him and changed that whole tides of it, that could be a game-winning buyback from Insania. I didn't see who was carrying it though, so I could be lying. It could have just been Mikke holding.
It sounds more exciting.
Sounds more
your
exciting
version of events, so we'll go with it.
Yeah. A huge swing.
I mean, yeah. If you didn't kill the Medusa, then with that much effort, with that many heroes sort of focused on him, it's not going to feel good the next time you run into the Medusa.
And especially now that Zai also has Helm of the Overlord, so now enabling this Medusa when he groups up. I think Liquid can just take every fight at this point.
I think so. Boxy sets up with a hook shot. Nisha's with the follow-up. We'll get the vortex drag back onto Chris. They'll get Chris as well.
Oh, God.
Double kill. Mikke, the one to land the final touches onto the 2 of them. This Medusa.
She's
getting
big.
Pretty spooky. Boxy, you'll die here.
9 deaths for him, but valuable ones.
This money's gonna. Mikke, he's got the eagle song.
He's pretty close.
Well on the way to the butterfly. I mean, when that's there, what are you gonna do?
I mean, is the strat with Dusa just buy out the mangoes constantly too for your team? Like, Insania might just be this feeding frenzy and just toss mangoes at Mikke in every team fight, toss healing lotuses and everything too. It feels super valuable.
Well, how much effective? Let's do the maths. I'm up to this fight actually. Whisper. Gonna throw him up in the air. Zai using the raw to hold back the Brewlings. I mean, Whisper can't fight any longer under this ult. He's got to keep his distance.
He's dead. He walked back in.
I thought he couldn't fight. We were correct. He went back in.
That is a good use of Cap's voice line there.
Okay. Well, that happened. Now the push comes in onto the tier 2.
And a hook shot.
He's going to be able to get the reach in behind it. Matthew will manage to get out of the cogs. He's getting slowed down.
He'll get away.
Able to get back to the high ground in time. I mean, Liquid, they can just focus their attention back towards this tier 2 tower. 18 minutes in. Pressure's on. If they take this down, okay, we'll pretty much have that goal to get that butterfly sent out to him.
Insane actually having this trusty shovel. There you go. Free mangoes.
I dig up the mangoes.
Even better for Mickey.
Dig up the mangoes.
And a Solar Crest, it's all about just buff Mickey up. And Mickey, he has no downtime. He can fight at any moment. Terrorblade needs meta to be able to fight. And because we saw what just happened.
Yeah. So
forward.
They're ready to dive in.
Sure are.
In they go. Matthew's gone. Liquid more than happy to take the fight up to the high ground. Nisha does get caught by the silent Sonic Wave as well. Good ult here from Chris. Takes out Nisha. That might be enough to stop the push for now for Liquid. Yep, they'll pull back.
They punish Nisha. He got a little excited walking toward high ground. Chris, we saw the Orchid reveal from earlier. This time it does pay off, at least for a kill. But Mickey is the big issue. How are they going to address this enormous Medusa who now has Butterfly?
Yep.
What about... Okay, he has to go BKB on the Quap. I guess he can itemize afterwards to get something to be able to pierce through it, of course. But
yeah, but whoa. I mean, how? What do you itemize? What's
right?
the build? What?
I like BKB Bloodthorn.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're saying through the evasion.
Yeah,
Through the mana shield.
I'm just trying to figure these solutions at least to be able to, because it's now going to start getting to this point where everything is about trying to kill this Dusa, who is just completely enabled from her team. Solar Crest, Mangoes, Healing Lotuses, etc. The Aura's coming out from Zai. He's going to build toward a pipe next.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, so yeah, the mash on the Mango is pretty easy. So you're blocking, what, 4 damage per point of mana, so Mango gives 100 mana. So you're effectively giving a 400 extra HP. Of course, it's not quite HP in the sense that, right, you lose it before resistances and such, but still it's a decent chunk of extra survivability when you're throwing Mangoes down onto Medusa.
Honestly, you know what you probably do?
Yeah.
I'm trying to, I'm maybe my theory crafting too much. Just get Arcane Boots on everybody.
Honestly,
Mangoes on everyone, and then just throw it onto the Deuce.
If you've got a Medusa on your lineup, if you're any sort of hero that would consider Arcane Boots, do it.
Yeah, agreed.
Absolutely do it. And so, I mean, how many have they got at the moment? They're just the one, right?
Just the one.
On Zai.
Hookshot, Whisper.
Zai knows. I mean, I don't think he's going to want to pop his split, even if he could hit.
No, it'll die.
And kill him far too quickly.
More auras being enabled. Yeah, we see his eye. Yeah, we see Pipe. They're going to go for the Boots the Bearing next onto Boxy. He's actually somehow quite farmed on this Clockwork, even though he's got 9 deaths. He's doing his job. Matthew steps up. We'll have to instantly TP.
This'll come in handy.
So yeah, I mean, the next thing's right, BKB for the Quap, and then we also just, is Whisper going to be able to just keep this Medusa actually controlled? And if he is, maybe that can be something, but it just doesn't feel easy because his Brewlings might just die.
They just die too quickly.
Yeah.
If they don't sort of get that initial disable onto Mickey, with the split shot, the Brewlings die too quickly.
Yeah. He's got so many auras. Look how fast he attacks. Oh, and is he prospecting as well? Did I see that? Yeah, he's got the little creep too.
Oh, making that extra money.
Kobolds, baby.
Yeah, Insane with the shovel.
Prospecting aura. It gets better and better now. Nisha, long zone.
He's in. Hefty bit of mana used there by Nisha. He's still got about a third of the tank ready.
And Mick is just standing there and looking at them. He'll bring it on. And he's got the crit. What do you do? Whisper.
Oh, good angle from Boxy. He's able to sort of get through the front line straight over towards Pakaz. Pakaz, he's back. And backs off just in time. Liquid, they'll take the objective and now they're back off. Boxy, he'll end up getting caught by the Sunder. He'll go down. Let's see if EG can push for more. They're trying to step out of the base, but Mickey's going to clean up these Brewlings so quickly. Whisper's got to run. And he's dead.
Gone. And Pakaz, be careful.
You can't come near this Medusa. Chris, he's going to jump forward. Mickey can just turn towards him, take him out. Double kill for Mickey. It's 3 dead on EG. Amnesia, he's out just in time.
And Mick is just still completely fine. He has 21 charges as well. Rax, it gets denied. Mick will give a little laugh to that one, but it's a laugh to the bank.
It's a crazy hero, this hero.
This hero is insanely broken. Let's be honest here.
I mean, it had a pretty balanced win rate in pubs recently. About 60% right now in high-level pubs.
What's the next highest even right now?
Who's close to it? Silencer. Oh, there you go. They got that as well.
Yeah.
So they got the Silencer and the Deucer. Both heroes with very good win rate right now. So when it comes to win rates, the maths probably does favor Liquid's draft here.
Yep. Just math-wise, there you go. And it's a really good silencer game, as we've seen, versus the Brew, even versus Pakaz, who he foregoed Manta in that last fight. It almost got him killed because he went for that straight Scotty rush. The global actually was almost enough.
26 in.
Wait, 26? Goodness,
he's got that shard, you know.
That's pretty big.
Getting that extra, +4.
That's true.
Kill.
Very true. Oh, and look at the Time Warp aura. Ah, yes, the ancient Frostbitten Golem. Cooldown reduction as well.
It's nice. I mean,
Sure, why not?
effectively extra survivability for Mickey, right?
More
Spam out
snakes.
more snakes, yeah.
Whisper.
They've caught him again.
Very well. This just feels impossible.
It is.
It really is. And to Roche they go. Dusa now with a Silver Edge, 2 lives. Level 18's been hit. Level 3 Stone Gaze online. How do you deal with this?
Yeah. I mean, in terms of like the draws where I've seen Medusa feel pretty crazy, I mean, it's been pretty much most of the games, but what feels great is not necessarily having sort of the ability like a Kotl to buffer up in the mana. It's just having these auras, right?
It's everything.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
I
all
guess
in combination.
that's most of the games right now.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
aura mana.
Whoever has the sort of the more circles above the bar at the bottom probably is the team that's that you can look to favor.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, well and truly enabled by absolutely everything here. Do they have a... Okay, yeah, they're building another one. Zai's like,
There we
okay,
go.
next, Crimson Guard. You know, then we gotta get a Greaves, and then, you know, we've got them all.
Yep.
Maybe, and, you know,
And how are the auras looking on EGO again? Have they not
they've got a
gone
Solar
for that?
Crest.
Okay.
That's it.
I mean, that's again what is the sort of the way they like to play the offlane style with Whisper.
Different.
He's just not buying auras.
No. Isha finds Matthew because we'll get Boxy again. Boxy continues to die.
How many times is that now?
And I think that's the 10th? 11th.
11th time.
Sorry.
All right.
But
11 out of the 19 kills.
But you know what? He's probably the guys. He popped meta.
I mean, and he wouldn't be lying. He certainly did, because he did pop the meta for that one.
And he is queuing up the MKB, so looking for this type of solution. But yeah, Boxy, you can see calculating things.
Yeah. Giving us a wave.
Oh, Pakaz actually does not go. He does not want to go MKB.
Oh, he's changing it up.
He just switches him. He literally goes to the shop and just buys the Eagles song instead. So, all right, they're gonna definitely have some piercing evasion issues. And I think it's scouted. It's scouted immediately, so they have the Hawk and they actually see him buy it. So you see Mick instantly queues up MKB himself.
Sure. I mean, I think that's honestly the reason why Picard is going for the Butterfly rather than the MKB. He's like, dude, if I get this MKB, we're not killing this Medusa anyway. I might as well get evasion so the Medusa doesn't kill me as quickly, and I have a chance to sort of kill the other heroes on the team.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the plan will be ignore the Dusa. Right? I guess that's the
only
route
way out
with
of this
Whisper.
sort of game.
Yeah,
it really is. You've got to kill everyone else, and then maybe there's a chance.
And Whisper,
you're not killing the Medusa.
He does have the Ags now, so he doesn't have to have Split in order to throw him up in the air. He's got this little Bruling on the side, the Wind Panda.
Let's have a look. Oh,
there's one.
Up you go.
Doesn't last as long, of course, as it used to. Can't actually permanently throw her up with this one. Trying to get her off the tower, but they just can't. There's no meta, so they just, like, because 60 seconds where it feels like he just cannot show up to this fight, they just have to stall, or attempt to stall. That's an illusion.
Want to do something. They lost to tier 3.
Because he just doesn't have meta. He cannot fight. Nisha's in.
Panda will hold him back with a Frostbite.
But the Raxes are dying.
They're going down. Up in the air again. Just doing everything to slow down Mickey. But that's all it's doing.
That's all
it's just slowing down the inevitable. It feels that this top Rax is still going down.
Because 20 seconds, still no meta. I mean, yeah, Boxy's death was unbelievably valuable just to be able to allow them to... I mean, they could have probably broken through it anyway, but there would have at least been an attempt from EG to defend if they had meta. But Boxy's death, no meta. Clear path to be able to take that one out. Jump forward, Boxy, again.
And he's in with a hook shot.
A global this time.
They want to save Boxy. They don't want him dying again.
Mickey, getting thrown up.
A full butterfly now finished on Picard.
Okay.
And he has what? He's got that. He's got the meta back. Yeah.
He does. Yep.
And Liquid, they're ready to just work it down the mid here with the creeps.
Yep. Time to walk it down.
Tier 2 tower.
Zai, he actually didn't go for the Crimson. He's going for the Greaves instead. It's better. More mana. More sustain. And yeah, I'm watching Insanio if he does have Mangoes and Lotuses at all times, just in case to see if he does pump up Mickey in these fights. And Mickey, he actually makes an executive call. He bought the components for the MKB, and then he goes, nah, screw it. I'm just getting thrown in the air. I need BKB. And he's going to have it done already.
All right, yeah, BKB hit buildings.
Yep, and then he will go MKB to deal with that terribly if he needs to. Bruling will die. It's on cooldown now. You never want to really get that Bruling killed because it's a 70-second cooldown. But difficult to protect it at this point.
Yeah, Mickey's mana getting a little bit low.
It's got Aegis. Just hitting buildings. They're just sieging. Will they back it up? Looks like they will. They don't want to have any shenanigans happen with Aegis, perhaps. Damage just continues to be done. EG's just been stuck in the base. Besides Pakaz, everybody's just been stuck there for the last, what, 6 minutes plus. Wisdom runes to be gathered. Bounty runes to be gathered as well for Liquid. Feels like smooth sailing for them. Greaves finished for Zai.
Just more ways to make sure that Mickey faces no difficulties at all in these fights.
Level 20's been hit. Level 2, or +2 on Stone Gaze. Even better things for him to fight and potentially kill Brewlings. They cannot even kill the illusion zone. I'm just watching. I just watched the Manta illusions. 3 heroes hitting them, and they could barely
yeah,
bring it down.
at this point the illusions are insane.
It is really
incredibly annoying if you don't have any sort of like instant illusion killer.
Yeah. And he's got the, didn't point it out also 2 minutes ago, found the Titan Sliver, so even stronger with the mana shield, of course. All that reduction.
We'll see how much Liquid want to push it. They could look to wait out there the Aegis, but I don't think they need to.
Well, you mean wait for the next
one. Wait for the next one.
I mean, maybe just finish MKB. They probably feel like they're in just such a good position. They don't really need to.
I mean, that's true. Actually, yes, he can sell up something anyway to free up the slot. So may feel that he's close enough to indeed just go for that pickup before they go again.
I mean, they know they're massively outscaling.
Yeah.
This Queen of Pain's game ended, and honestly, the majority of the game ended on that bottom fight. It feels like that was EG's big hope to be able to kill the Dusa, and then she turned and killed everything. And yeah, there you go, the silencer. There it is, Arcane Boots. I mean, this is for the Lotus, but either way,
I guess,
it's a good build.
It's not going to last for long, but once he has them, if they get a push going.
Yeah, they're just farming. They're just like, okay, we're chilling back. The emphasis is now on EG to try to make a move before MKB comes out, and there really is no move to be made. I mean, look at Panda. Look where he's playing. He's popping Freezing Field, farming the top jungle. He's just trying to find pretty much like anything he can, because, yeah, it feels grim at this point. He knows eventually they're going to get walked down. He'll hook Boxy, but may just be dead.
I mean, if Boxy wants to go for a hook, does he want it?
Get him. Will he get the angle? Ward being placed. Panda trying to juke it out.
Oh, he's going to catch vision of him.
It's too fast. He's got buddies.
He's chasing him down.
Good luck, Panda.
He's got him.
Get that in. Go get it, Insania.
Get the kill secure.
Get the hit.
Hit him.
Hit him.
Get the
nice
steal.
hit.
Easy steal. Easy kill. Easy in. Thank you very much, Boxy. Back in the mid, though, Zai. Getting gone on. We held a turn with the Raw, and he's out of there.
Do take. And Chris, perhaps they're going to even set up on him.
Nisha with this invis. Have a chance to open up onto him, but yeah, won't go for more. Chris with the BKB. If necessary, would have been able to save himself more than likely against the Storm alone.
Insane even bailing out his buddy with the global. 2 times now. Saved Boxy 1 time. Saved Zai the 2nd time. Zai pretty much back up to full HP. And there it is. Mickey. MKB's finished.
He's ready to go. But now it's close to the point where Roshan's back.
So now maybe
now just wait for the Roshan.
Tormentor's up as well too. Maybe you know, Global's on cooldown. Just play it as safe as possible. You can go back up, kill Tormentor, and then wait for that Rosh if you really want to be super safe on the side of Liquid.
And you may want
to, right?
Especially with, as we're seeing how crazy these groups are in terms of how close the teams are, and every win matters, especially if you want to avoid certain tiebreaker situations.
For sure.
You know, you've got to secure the win.
Yep. EG, they will get their own, but their progression, it just doesn't feel like it's really helping Chris. So far behind because he cannot focus fire this Deuce ever. They have to literally somehow get these tornadoes and everything, control the Deuce for, what, 40 seconds, and then hope they can even kill her when she's isolated, if that even comes to be. There's a million different things they got to worry about. Another step as well, too, is Insania. He's been gathering Lotuses. It's a greater healing Lotus now, so 900 health and mana. Most of the mana is what matters.
Don't tag them, because now they'll be like, well, let's wait until we get the 3 of them, and get the block of cheese, put down the Medusa.
I mean, but that's effectively 3,600 HP, right? 900 mana.
When he passes...
If he uses that onto make
exactly, 900 mana, absolutely. 3,600 damage that shield will be able to block.
Absolutely.
That's a lot.
Ridiculous.
That's on top of course, what he already has, Mickey.
And that's not even factoring all the reductions and blah, blah, blah as well, too.
Well, what's the cast range on these Lotus? Is it the same as Mango's? 400?
Yeah.
400,
And yep, Roche is back up, back on the menu. Aegis Cheese. EG, they're going to look to try to come out here, but it's going to get spotted immediately by the ward. They see Whisper.
It's going down quickly.
It dies way too fast.
There's a lot of damage on Mickey.
Uh-oh. And Boxy's already in prime position. He gets the D ward. EG.
They really want to still do something here. I don't think they do. They got to run. as Liquid are charging straight at them here.
Nisha's going to jump. He's got regen.
He's going to be able to get the grab onto the two of them. Global silence as well. They still have a bit of distance between themselves and Liquid though, EG, so they can continue the retreat. And EG, by the looks of it, they will manage to get everyone safely back to base.
Beta global, at the least. Nisha didn't really lose any mana, though. I believe the pipe aura from Zai actually blocked the damage that was hitting on him, so the regen kept going. And yeah, back to the mid lane. Other two side lanes are already pushed in. Mid is the only one that needs to go for, as EG. Best of luck on this defense, my friends. No halberds either that they've been able to acquire. Whisper, he decided to go for the Crimson instead, upgrading his Vanguard. But I mean,
that's true, yeah. I mean, because that's been one of the routes that some teams do against the Medusa, and it felt kind of good.
How do you
sort of rendering sort of more moments to fight?
They got one.
Medusa's kind of useless.
Chris bought one. That's the most desperation thing
ever. He knows. It's definitely the item that you want to have. I mean, at this point, when you're 17k down, probably not going to do too much. But I mean, these arms are annoying. There's the jump forward on the two of them.
Just two.
They're going to be fine. EG. For now, at least.
Crimson to block a little bit of damage here, but the building getting sieged. It's dying fast.
I mean, Picard steps up, but immediately sort of gets half of his HP shredded through by the Medusa.
You have to kill this Deuce for like 4 times.
He's in with the jump again. See if they can lock down Whisper. They've got the follow-up hook shot. The right click's coming in. Whisper, he's gone. Not a chance to get the ultimate off.
No buy.
500 gold short.
Well. Medusa. Chris.
They're going in for the wrap around for the back. Manisha posts the BKB. The Vortex is there onto the two of them. Panda goes down. Picard's frozen in position. He's out of the game. Also no buyback gold available on him. 3 dead, and it's over. GG is called. Liquid take this game 2.